Intro into that camera, outro into this camera. Garrett, you're going to leap forward, stay back when you can.
Alright,
Alright.
and
Am I introing to this camera or this one?
That one.
This
Outro
one.
into this one.
Okay.
That way.
action.
Hold on, stand by. We've got a special guest here around this room, right?
Hi, we're just about to start.
Come on in.
Philly, you're a star, kid. You're
Okay.
a star. Yeah.
Andy, this is my boyfriend
You
Alex.
can hang out. You can
Yeah.
hang out back here.
I don't know, is this kind of set?
You got to take pictures of her.
The fluffers arrived.
And we're streaming.
Not the
All right, stand by.
floofer.
Here we go. Here we go. When you're ready, that camera over there.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by two CBD experts. Today we have Derek from Healing Ventures and Rich from Select CBD. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thank you
excited
so
to be
much
here.
for coming to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so now first to start off with, anyone who's not familiar with what exactly CBD is, if you've been living under a rock, or I don't know, if you've never heard of it, can one of you guys just tell people what exactly is CBD and how is it different from marijuana?
I'll have you start.
Yeah, so they're both part of the cannabis plant, but marijuana and CBD, well, hemp are two completely different things. And the CBD it's a cannabinoid, which is primarily found it's more abundant in hemp than it is in cannabis, but it's one of hundreds of cannabinoids that are in both of the plants. But what CBD does to the body, I tell people, forget everything that you know about cannabis or hemp or marijuana when you're thinking about CBD. So why do you take vitamin C, right? It's because you're vitamin C deficient. And so why do you take CBD? It's the same thing. Our bodies have, it's called an endocannabinoid system in our body. And it's because we're CBD deficient. And
Are we?
Yes.
Do you think most people, or do you think in general most people are cannabinoid deficient?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Really?
And the CBD, what it does, it reacts to the CB1 and CB2 receptors in our body, and this wasn't discovered until like the late 90s, what the endocannabinoid system is, and it reacts to the nervous system, like it reacts to the CB1 and CB2 receptors in the brain, and it affects everything from your mood to your pain to the inflammation in the body. And most diseases and most things that are wrong with us come from inflammation in the body, and it's what regulates that, as well as fertility, as well as it's a slew of.
So do you think is inflammation the main thing that you'll see if you're lacking in CBD? Or are there other signs to tell if you're lacking in CBD?
Yeah, well, it's really everything apart, like anything, whether it's a hangover to everything up to, like, I have, now that I've been in the industry for a long time, people come up to me at whether it's an event or a panel, and they're like, my daughter had brain cancer, my dog had X, Y, and Z illness, my friend had terrible arthritis, my own mother wasn't able to walk because of her MS and her fibromyalgia, and these most people that are, have these serious illnesses get a million different pharmaceutical pills, which each have 70 plus side effects, and they're debilitating to your body. And she started taking hemp oil a couple of years ago, CBD oil, and since then she's stopped 80% of her meds and can walk again. And like, I know somebody that there's this investor that I met with, this tech guy who was like one of the guys from Norton Antivirus, and he lost his hearing for like 2 years in his right ear. And it's so incredible. So he loses his hearing for 2 years in his right ear. He goes to Stanford, which is like one of the best places, like for their ear hearing institute. Donates like $1 million. He's there getting all these studies, all this stuff done. Like, they couldn't figure out what it was. And then he started taking CBD oil. 3 weeks later, his hearing came back.
Only 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
So what happens, like, in your ear, it's like, this movement, right? So it's a drum that's going back and forth, and that's how your body processes the sound, right? And it was an inflamed nerve in his ear. So
wow.
Interesting thing about inflammation is it's not always visible, right? So when most people think inflammation, they think like, oh
you
my
think
God,
like swollen, or like you can
swollen.
visibly see it.
Yeah. But pretty much anything can cause inflammation. If you have a specific blood type and your diet is off, then you'll have inflammation or a sensitivity to certain food. You won't necessarily see it, but you might feel a little different. Or in some cases, you might not feel different at all and not know that there's an inflammation that's occurring in your body.
Right.
Because internally, there's so many major diseases or regular, or just like a headache or sickness. All that stems from inflammation. Yeah. So like, it's things that a lot of times you can't see.
Right.
Like when you're like not feeling good after a night of drinking or something like that, everything's inflamed. Like
everything.
Your head, your brain, your liver, your esophagus, everything. So it's great for that, when usually like you know, if you have trouble sleeping at night, it's something going on in your body that's, you know, that's restless and it's inflammation. It's like the irritation side.
Yeah,
So
lots of inflammation. I mean, I'm no expert on inflammation, but I do know that inflammation just generally makes your life harder.
Yeah.
Like, to put it in short, to simplify it, inflammation generally makes your life harder, and your body has to work harder to do the things that it has to do already.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, even if all CBD alone did was reduce inflammation, I would think that's incredibly valuable.
Absolutely.
But I know it does lots of other things too.
Yeah.
But so now you guys are a very interesting partnership, because you kind of complement each other in what you do in business. So you're with Select CBD.
Yep.
And can you tell everyone a little bit what exactly that is?
Select CBD is a consumer brand. We have an e-commerce site, or selectcbd.com, where you can purchase these products, and it's actually perfectly legal and safe for us to sell and ship to 48 states. So one common kind of misconception that people have about CBD is that relationship to THC and marijuana. Right? Well, CBD can be derived from hemp, or it could be derived from cannabis. And in our specific product, we use a hemp-derived CBD isolate, which is a powder form. It's a very concentrated form.
So now does that change the legality of it, because it's derived from the hemp and not the THC?
So it doesn't fall under the THC laws, which, as you guys know, especially in California, there's a lot of regulations that are going on. There's a lot of states that are now seeing the benefits of cannabis and THC, not just for tax dollars for the state, but also for the medicinal use of it. So it's a very interesting time right now. It's kind of the wild, wild west.
Very exciting, yeah.
But and it's really cool to see some of the stories, like he was saying, of people that, you know, just from a general level, of some people that are just looking for something for anti-anxiety, or something to get through the day, or maybe a product to help them get over their smoking habits, right?
Yeah.
All the way to people that are treating serious illness.
Yeah, I know, because see, for me, I keep hearing about, I'm someone, like, I'm a very anxious person. Like, just, I mean, I think all of us have a little bit of anxiety. I think just the society.
It's called living in LA.
Yeah, I think, exactly. I think living in LA, honestly, just living in this society in general, like, is pretty anxiety inducing. So
just parking to get here.
Yeah, literally, just trying to find street parking, like,
Is my
anxiety
meter up?
enough.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, but so when I was hearing about CBD a lot, I kept hearing about how it's so great for anxiety and how it calms people down. So that was what really sparked my interest in learning about it.
Yeah, so there's different levels of anxiety too. I always remember going back to my parents always smoking, or some of our friends that say, I only smoke when I drink, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you have some of those friends.
No, lots of people like
so it's
that.
not a dependency necessarily on nicotine, but it's maybe it's an oral fixation, or maybe it's an anxiety. So in some cases it helps for just that oral fixation of, like, what gives me
You're talking about the vape, right?
Yeah.
Because there's different ways you can ingest the CBD.
You got it.
So we're talking about the vape right now, which, so that oral fixation.
A lot
totally.
of different ways.
Yeah.
So that you could, there's gel caps, there's vape form, there's a tincture form that you can.
It's really
Tons of
any.
different forms.
There's topicals, there's creams, whether it's like a lotion or like a pain cream. There's like.
Now, how do the lotions or the oils work? Because you're just putting it on your skin and
So
letting it.
so there's a topical application, so it just gets absorbed through your skin.
So your skin is your biggest organ, right? So it absorbs into your body. Typical activation time on topicals is about 15, let's say, up to like 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, they're pretty incredible. So as you know, I have a little pet. And,
Yes, Derek. Can we talk about Derek's pet? Anyone who's watching, if you don't follow Derek personally on Instagram, I highly suggest it. Can we talk about your pet?
Yeah, I have a couple little pet finger monkeys. And
how big are they?
They're like the size, full grown. They're the size of your hand. Their tail goes down to about here.
Super cute.
One's a little angel. The other one is offspring of Satan. But yeah, they're my little babies, and they tend to they're little monkeys, so they have crazy sharp nails. And so a lot of times I'll be like,
but they're also very intelligent.
Yeah, they're smarter than most. My ex-girlfriend. It's
Smarter than a lot of my friends.
And yeah, most of my friends.
They're very intelligent animals.
Extremely intelligent.
They're very intelligent animals,
and they can learn how to get out of and open everything. So if they, if they watch me open or close something or put something in the trash or like lock their cage a different way and rig it up, they will wait till I leave.
Yeah, but I mean, with intelligence comes a little bit of anxiety. Because they're smart enough to figure out all these things.
Absolutely.
So you guys
they love CBD. All my animals, they love CBD.
So now I see the paw. I'm looking at the back of the box, so I don't know which one. So this is the animal one. You guys call this the
Yep.
Fur Baby Tincture?
I call it, it's Select Pets.
Select Pets.
You can find it at a lot of pet stores here around LA, or you can buy it online as well. And it's just it's a fractured coconut oil that's blended with the CBD isolate. So it's obviously a much more lower toned tincture than, say, one that you would consume as a human. But the idea is the same. You can put it in their food. You can put it.
You can hold them down and
Just
force it down their
force
throat,
it in them.
right?
This is good for you, I swear.
Yeah.
Pretty easy.
You know what's best.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very cool.
yeah,
well,
so
I've heard of a lot of people using it for their dogs.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
my friend has a pet hotel, and what I was saying before is like the topical stuff is like my monkey scratches me terribly, right? So when I put the topical stuff on it, like it'll actually heal the cuts. Like I can see like within like the next day, it's like
Oh, the CBD's healing your cuts
it'll
from
heal the
pet.
cuts from
Okay.
the monkey scratches. But my dog's much older, and he has like he's a little chihuahua. He's got like hip problems. He's like a lot of pain. Like a lot of times he gets anxiety. Like it just
Yeah, I have a little chihuahua. She just shakes
she's
like
just
constantly.
Like,
She's
she
just
doesn't know what's wrong.
so
Yeah,
terrified of life.
Yeah,
Poor
of life.
thing.
So the CBD is very, very beneficial to that. And my friend owns a pet hotel. She had a cat that had like really bad cancer. They gave her cat like a couple months to live, and the CBD, they would watch it on the X-rays where the CBD is actually helping. It's eating away the cancer on the cat.
Wow.
And the cat lived for another couple of years.
That's incredible. So now, Derek, you are with Healing Ventures, or you started Healing Ventures.
Yes. Yes.
So tell us about Healing Ventures,
Yeah,
because I think
absolutely.
this is really exciting.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
Healing Ventures, I started a little over a year ago. My mom got very sick. I mean, she's been sick most of my life, and has been on tons of pharmaceutical pills. And it's really bizarre that there could be a commercial of like somebody happy washing their car, like, oh, here's like your painkiller, here's your Prozac, and the doctor's like, oh, take this, and my mom won't flinch, won't think twice about it, right? I'm
Right.
like, oh, mom, try this new herb, or try like this CBD oil. And she's like, no.
This natural
Yeah,
remedy.
yeah. No, I don't know. This sounds like a little suspect.
Witchcraft.
So yeah, exactly. Gypsies and their trickery.
This voodoo.
So
voodoo magic.
so it took me a while to get her to and also
Yeah.
there's that stigma of the generation I think above us that that this is a drug like CBD.
Yes.
CBD is non-psychoactive. It is not going to get you stoned.
Right.
You can function a perfectly normal life if you're already perfectly. But it is not. It's not marijuana.
Right.
It's not that. So it took me a long time to get her to.
So it took her a long time.
Yeah,
it took
to
you
do
a long
that,
time
to
of
get her to
convincing.
persuade her. Yeah, and then finally, she's on all these, everything from opiates to like
Yeah.
uppers, downers, like painkillers,
Yeah.
to all these things to like get her to function normally. And
Normal.
all these things are masking like the side effects of the other pharmaceutical
Right.
pills. And her life was just, there was days where she couldn't physically get out of bed. And she started taking CBD oil, and she stopped 80% of her meds.
Wow.
And then like one of her friends has Parkinson's, and a similar kind of story,
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, this is like really, really incredible. And so last October, I started helping companies source CBD, and like now, the CBD industry has exploded, and all
Right.
of these Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies are jumping into the industry. But to find like the wholesale side of things and sourcing it, it's still this like crazy backyard convoluted kind of thing, because it's like a handful of manufacturing places are doing it, these labs, these farms, and that's it. Yet if you're looking for a large amount of CBD for your brand, like it's very hard to find authentic product, consistent product, and a supplier that that is up to standards, whether it's like their GMP practices
Right.
and that sort of thing.
So at Healing Ventures, that's what you do. You
Yeah,
do
well, I mean,
all that work for.
how we started it is because I saw this void in the market. Like I didn't know anything about the industry, and
Right.
then except for what CBD was helping my mom. And then when I started to help another company source the wholesale product, I realized there was all these voids in the market. And it was like these shady backdoor, like, send me a picture of your money, send me a picture of the
Yeah.
product. And I was just like, this can't be, like, it's such a new and emerging
Right.
industry, but this can't be the way
You're like, there has to be a better way to do
business.
this.
Yeah, so we created an online marketplace where we go out, we vet the sources, we test the product with the labs, we meet the farms, do all of this, we travel the country, and then anybody that wants to start their own CBD brand, their own CBD line, whether it's Coca-Cola adding it into one of their
One of their
mini
soft
drinks,
drinks.
or whether it's a
Oh.
mom and pop shop, or whether it's a celebrity that's like looking to start their own line, like whatever it is, they come to us and we can help them with everything from sourcing the raw materials to the white label manufacturing to to bring it to market. So we have the wholesale supply side, we have a marketing consulting side, and we have a white label manufacturing side. So it's like a one-stop shop for
So you're
CBD.
like a 360
Yeah.
CBD
Yeah.
one-stop.
So
do it all.
So we started this, a little less than a year ago, and it's it's like as with Select, like just the company, the whole industry as a whole is just blown up, and every day there's new brands and there's new people getting behind it, and it's really exciting time to be in the industry. Like one of my clients. As of like a couple weeks ago, is Huntington Urgent Care down in
Oh wow,
Orange
that's
County.
amazing.
So like
so
before
what are
that,
they using it?
So
for
before
care?
this, I'm not exactly sure, but before this, like one of my biggest clients was a rehab facility in Orange County, and like a lot of these rehab facilities, in order to ease the withdrawal symptoms, like they're giving their clients CBD. And it's been extremely beneficial in fighting the opiate crisis and like all
Wow.
of that. And then now to like have like that, we were really excited when we brought them on as a client, because it's like this exciting time when plant-based medicine is catching up.
Is really catching up with like
mainstream
street
and like
media
Western
and
medicine. Yeah,
totally.
So
That's
so
exciting.
that now a hospital is one of our clients. So we're
I'll be
extremely
very
excited
curious to
about it.
see what like the most common thing that they use the CBD for in the emergency room is.
Yeah.
I wonder if like people coming in for.
But
you know.
before, because like I had doctors tell my mom, like, hey, like you need to get CBD oil, you need to get hemp oil, but they can't, like they tell you that, like, oh,
They
well,
tell
we
you
can
to
tell you
get
this,
it?
but we can't prescribe it to you.
Got it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
it's
this
a tricky
another thing
situation.
is that we're working on is this foundation where, like right now, so say somebody like my mom, right, lives off government like assistance, can't work because of all the medical problems. But if she needs her help, if she needs medicine, she can go get every painkiller, she can go get everything that's going to make her sick and keep her sick.
Right.
And that's all covered by the government, right? But something that's like CBD, it's not cheap, and it's like also not covered, and it's something that's
Right,
going to
so
actually
it's
help
a-
your body heal itself. So what we're putting, what we want to do is create a foundation where anybody that hits certain like income requirements and certain illnesses, where we just give them free CBD.
That's amazing. What's the foundation going to be called?
So we're working on a name still, but it's going to be like our team at Healing Ventures is putting together with a handful of really incredible people, a couple
Awesome.
celebrities, and we want to be able to create this kind of medical grade line that's like what we're already selling to the hospitals and what we're already selling to these rehab facilities of like, yeah, we'll just where people
Nice.
and not like, people, you'll see so many brands out there too. This is something I want to touch on with Select. You'll see so many brands out there popping up, not understanding the science of CBD and how
Right.
it mixes with products, and any brand that's trying to stay, relevant right now, whether it's a water company, a makeup company, whatever it is, they're putting CBD on their label and charging 10x for it, right?
Totally.
And it's like, they're putting like in water, like a plastic water, and it's like they'll put oil in there, and all that oil is just going to stick to the plastic, and you test it and there's no CBD in it, right?
Yeah.
And so
So your foundation's going to keep the
Well-
really pure CBD,
well, no, what
and
we're
it's
going
going
to do is
be
like
available
get
to
it at a
people.
higher dose. It's just going to be a higher dose, and it's going to be like the straight, just CBD, like full spectrum oil, which is like the most medicinal properties of it. But like what I want to touch on is that when you are getting CBD products, they're not all equal. They're not
Right.
all created the same at all. Like we've tested so many different products out there where it'll say it's 20 milligrams, 50 milligrams, and there's 2 milligrams in the product. Yeah. So
Got it.
when you
So that's what your
are-
foundation's going to do is make sure it's.
no, this is just a side note.
Oh, this is the side note on the CBD. Okay.
Our
So foundation
our
is going to be
foundation is
for
going to be
getting CBD
for-
to be available to people
Yeah,
who are on government
So what we're going to do
assistance?
is, we're going to, anybody that applies to be a part of the program, it's below a certain level of income and it has a very, very serious illness, we're just going to give them free CBD until their treatment's done or for the rest of their life.
That's amazing.
And
That's
thank
so
you.
awesome.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we're
That's
going to
great.
cut to a super quick commercial break. But when we come back, Rich is going to tell us about each of the different CBD products and how they can be used. And then you guys, favorite part of the show, you're going to get to know a little bit more about them personally as millennials. So stay tuned. We'll be right back on Millennial Life.
All right, go ahead, bring it back.
Okay. Sorry, I had to cut you off because I knew the commercial was going to have to.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
go into this camera, right? Or this one?
This one, middle camera, wide camera, right here. Here we go.
Is that right?
All right, go ahead.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Millennial Life. We are here with Rich and Derek. They are both entrepreneurs in the CBD industry. And Rich is here from Select CBD and he's gonna tell us about some of the CBD products that he brought here today.
Yeah, so this is a line that's available online at selectcbd.com. We have a variety of products ranging from tinctures, which you can use either orally. Some people like to put it in their coffee or their tea in the morning or before they go to bed as a way to help them relax at the
So
end
they
of the
did
day.
just like a few
Yeah,
drops in
one
their
dropper,
coffee? Or,
right?
okay.
So Well, this bottle particularly has 30 milliliters in it. A dosage would be 1 dropper in there. So
one like full
one
drop
full
of a
dropper in
dropper?
there. Yep, 1 full dropper, and then you can dose accordingly. And the funny thing about CBD is you can't really like overdose on it, right? You
Right.
can't take like too much. I mean, okay, maybe if you take the entire bottle.
No,
but
well, like one of the
Well,
reasons.
what would happen? I mean, I'm
You would
just
feel
curious.
really
I'm not going to do
relaxed.
it, but I'm just curious.
Yeah,
you feel really relaxed.
So we have like with other companies and with Select, so like we'll take plant-based medicine and we'll infuse it with the CBD and to supercharge the CBD, right? And one of the things, alternatives that other companies have, and I'm not sure. Do you guys have a sleeping one for sleep?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is you'll take like, these natural herbs and you infuse it with the CBD for sleep, right? And we had a meeting with Live Nation a couple like 2 months ago regarding like them doing some products and that sort of thing. And one of the conversations that they brought up was like we represent so many artists, right?
Right.
Then we have on a monthly basis a phone call of somebody that was out all night partying, that was an artist that is like, we'll take a sleeping pill after a night of drinking and being out, and then they just never wake up or they're in the hospital,
Yeah.
right? So with
yeah.
CBD, you can take an entire bottle of CBD sleeping pills. You can take an entire thing and like you'll wake
Right,
up
you
the
won't
next
overdose.
day.
Yeah.
You
So
cannot
that's-
overdose. It's like with anything, there's toxic, like you can't take an entire bottle of multivitamins, like there's
Right.
gonna be like effects of that. But like with this, like the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get nauseous. And like,
Right.
and that's if you're taking a lot of CBD. Even an entire bottle, that's maybe 20 servings, right? 30 servings, and that's 1,000 milligrams. Like that's
Yeah, so you can't overdose on this, which
Yeah.
is because we've lost some amazing people to overdoses. So that's great. It's a
Yeah,
nice
it's not a
social-
drug. Like I tell people, don't look at it as like something that's going to mask your symptoms or cover it. And it's not an instant working thing in a lot of cases too. It's like a vitamin. It's a supplement to help your body
Right.
perform better.
So sometimes, when you supplement, if you supplement on a daily basis, you'll take the recommended dosage. But if you're feeling a little sick, for instance, like with the lemon ginger tincture,
So does it have
you got it.
ginger extract in it, or
Yeah, so it has lemon ginger extract in it. The spearmint has a spearmint essential oil. The peppermint has a peppermint essential oil.
Nice.
Grapefruit essential oil, and those will enhance effects. So we categorize our vape line
So
under.
is this the vape?
So this
I'm
is the
looking at the
vape.
back of them.
Yeah,
Okay, so you have the first one's the tincture, so that's
Yep.
the dropper.
And this is just
The
a
vape, so
half
this is
gram
just
disposable vape, right? Once it's done and once it's empty, you
and
can
how
just
many
throw it
doses
away.
are in a half gram? Like,
So
is
in
that
a half gram, typically a dose is measured as like a 4 to 6 second pull.
Okay.
Right, so that would be 1 dose, and each one of these half grams is good for about 150 doses.
okay?
So,
Wow, so that's a good amount.
So depending on
Yeah.
how you use it, like some of the, we categorize them under 3 effects. One is a focus, one is a revive, and one is a relax. So the focus one is
like the sound
something
of
that
all
I would,
those.
the focus one is the one that I would use maybe throughout the day, or maybe if I'm stuck in traffic and I'm frustrated and I
Yeah.
just need to kind of like chill out
Chill
for a quick
out and
second,
focus.
but I don't want to be tired, right?
Right.
So I would use the focus one. The revive one is really good for like anti-inflammatory. If you're not
Hangovers?
feeling hangovers, I'm really good at
Need
getting
that one.
hangovers, so that's my favorite one. And the relax one, obviously, more nighttime when you just need
when
to
you
chill
want to just
out.
chill, maybe
Yeah.
watch a movie, hang out with your CBD pen.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great night, actually.
Yep.
To be honest.
So they're great products for, even if it's just a, if we've had several of our, we have about 375 full-time employees now, and 6 of them so far have said that they've smoking completely just by using our
I mean, that's
CBD vape.
amazing.
Yeah.
I think
it's
that's
great.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So part of what we want to do, and tagging on to what Derek was saying, really we're at a place right now where we need to educate people.
Yeah.
Because we need to undo the
Get rid of that
programming.
stigma,
Yeah, we need
first
to
of all,
undo the
yeah.
programming that we've had for decades and decades, right? That misconception about CBD and what THC is and what marijuana is versus what hemp is, and re-educate people and show them the benefits of it. And it really just takes, like I said, educating people, like foundations like what he's doing. The product itself is not going to do the selling for you. You have
Right.
to have a good product. That's absolutely important. And with more and more regulations coming in, the products are becoming much higher quality.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And companies like his companies are going out there and doing the diligence to make sure that we have the absolute best ingredients that we
the
can
best
use for
products, the pure products. You're not getting no funny business in the
Yeah.
products. Now, I'm really curious about these two. These two are in a capsule form?
Yes,
or
so these are in a gel cap.
a
This-
gel capsule.
You got
Now, what's
it.
the difference between the two?
So one is an alert and one is a relax. Yeah, so
and now,
one
can
would
you
be
take
daytime.
These, how long does it take for these effects to kick in? And
So
like,
any
if you
anytime
take the relax one, how
Are you
quickly
gonna fall asleep?
yeah, how
Yes.
quickly
No.
are you going to actually, you know, how quickly are you going to be relaxed? Is it something that it's safe to take before you drive, or
Yeah,
you know,
so
all that kind of?
the activation time for any like edibles or tinctures or topicals is 15 to 30 minutes typically.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody's body is different, so you can't say exactly. There's one that you take in the morning, which is the active one, the alert one, and then one in the evening time, or maybe if you're just having a stress day and you just need to chill out, right? These are much more concentrated forms, so much higher dosage of CBD in them, and this is a line that we white label for Montel Williams, and this is his
Oh, that's right. Yes.
his specific formula that he's been using for the last 20 years to help with his MS, right?
That's amazing. That's so incredible.
So you have everything from like the recreational side use or the daily use to pain management to sleep management, a little bit for everybody.
I love
including your
it.
parents.
And where can people find these products? So they can find them through Healing Ventures, right?
Yeah.
Directly through Select as well.
SelectCBD.com. Yeah.
I love it. And then are you guys on social media?
Healing.ventures, which is no.com, healing.ventures.
Healing.ventures. You guys, I know you want to try these CBD products. I want to try them. I'm excited to try them.
Got you some goodies.
So you guys, now we're gonna get to my favorite part of the show. Everybody loves to talk about, you know, the business that they're passionate about, which is really fun, but I think it's really fun to get to know the people individually who we're talking to. So this is my personal favorite part of millennial life. We're gonna ask you guys both some millennial questions. And feel free to answer them, you know, separately, but these questions are for both you guys, but individually. Are you a morning or night person?
Night.
Night. For
Night,
sure.
both of you night.
Yeah.
I try to be a morning person, but I'm usually up a little bit later.
Yeah, it doesn't
Later.
matter how early I get up. Like I'm still, you know.
Up at night.
Yeah.
See, I'm the opposite. I'm a morning person. I'm asleep at 10 o'clock every night, without fail.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
Do you prefer phone calls or text messages?
Depends who.
Messages.
Text messages?
messages.
Always text messages?
Yep, always.
You depends.
Depends who. Yeah.
I will spend more time sending text messages than actually talking to the person. It would take 10 seconds to talk to the person,
Yeah.
but I'd much rather send a text message.
Yeah.
I'd rather drag this conversation out over 12 hours and
Yeah.
text back and forth, even though it could be a 2-minute phone call.
Yeah.
I like
Lots
to live
of
life the hard
emojis,
way.
lots of emojis. That way they know how I actually feel.
All right, speaking of emojis, what is your favorite emoji?
Ironically, I use the monkey one a lot.
The monkey!
do.
See, Derek, I feel like you're obligated to say the monkey.
I mean, I'm more of like the lightning bolt, the Harry Potter one.
Oh, the lightning
Yeah,
bolt! No
yeah.
one said the lightning bolt before.
Well, what's up?
I like the hard eyes one. I use the hard eyes one a
Yeah?
lot. Yeah, that's just like a quick way to be like, I approve.
Yeah.
Whatever someone says to me,
I
it's
mean, the
just
monkey's
like
universal, like, you know, because people never understand what I mean with the
the monkey with
Yeah.
the eyes over
Yeah.
it. That one's
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one's
that
a-
means, you know, that's for this all kinds of.
that one's raunchy. That one's a good one.
Okay, great. Now
Do you guys use any dating apps?
No, I have a girlfriend.
All right, so no dating app. That's
Yeah.
I have them. I hate them. I
you
think
hate
they're
them.
I
Which
think they're
apps do you
terrible.
use?
I mean, I tried the Bumble thing, the Raya thing. I think it's more just something to pass time than actually take seriously. Now,
true.
if you're using it for networking, I get it. If you're traveling a lot and you want to meet new people, I've actually developed some great business relationships through people that I've met on there. Obviously, that's not the whole point of the dating app.
Right.
So I'm very, very cautious. I'm cautious about those things.
Yeah, I think it's always good to be cautious about anything that you're doing on the
Yeah.
internet or with apps or.
Yeah,
sure.
I used to be a partner in a dating app, and I think that kind of just.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
for you.
Yeah.
So you-
it's
so
called
you-
Click.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you-
and your friends, we actually made it to help curb like sexual assault on campuses,
Yeah.
and it's more of a natural way to meet new people. So you and your friends would join a Click, you swipe left, swipe right, and you meet up with other groups of people.
Yeah.
So that I kind of had the cheat codes. If
Yeah.
I saw somebody, I would just automatically match myself. And
Oh, dang.
Wait, hold on. This
is
might change.
very
Knows a
scary.
guy. No, it's a match.
All right, maybe I'll get back on that.
No, so I never, because it was just like my life and my thing. I just never, and I'm like a serial monogamist. I go relationship to relationship. So
That's always fun.
Yeah.
What is your life motto?
what's the new Drake song? I don't know.
Work smart, hard.
Work smart, hard.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a little different than work hard or work smart,
Work smart, not hard. Yeah.
I think working hard is absolutely important, especially in a space right now that we're in, where everything's a race. Right? There's a lot of countries that are looking at what the U.S. is doing, so we have to set the example. So we have to work smart and we have to work hard.
So you say work smart, hard. Derek says whatever the latest Drake song is.
I'm upset.
I love it. I love it. You guys compliment each other
Yin
so
and yang.
nicely. What's your biggest pet peeve? Biggest pet peeve.
When people say literally.
Literally, that's your biggest pet peeve?
Literally my biggest pet peeve. Because it's not literal. You're not reading it. It's not literally.
I mean, I was just wondering if
He
that's like
literally
literally
said
your
that.
biggest pet peeve.
It's actually one of my newer pet peeves.
Derek, any pet peeves or biggest pet peeve?
Well, I have a roommate that doesn't understand what taking out the trash is. So other than that, I think my pet peeves
roommates.
are, yeah.
Those can.
Yeah.
All right, last question. If you guys could switch bodies with anybody for one day, who would it be and what would you do that day?
Oh man, Elon Musk, for sure.
What would you do?
Play with the flamethrowers.
The flamethrower, I knew it. I
While
was gonna say
driving my
flamethrower.
Tesla in the Hyperloop, and then maybe launch myself into outer space.
That sounds like a solid day.
Pretty good day.
Sounds like a great day, actually.
Wesley Snipes, and I would just walk around and pretend like I'm in Blade and scare kids.
Solid day.
Yeah.
Solid day. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a
Thank
blast
you for
talking to you
having
guys. One last time, tell everyone where they can find your products and where they can find you.
Yeah, www.healing.ventures. Instagram is healing.ventures, and me at DerekDDD.
SelectCBD.com or Instagram is select_CBD, and my Instagram is at RichPala, RichPala.
All right, thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Millennial Life. Stay tuned for more of your favorite millennials. You know where to find us, right here on Focus TV.
Woo.